Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Abby, and today I'm just gonna do like a chit chat / Q&A informative video on my Lasik eye surgery. So if you guys have any questions on it, you can always leave them in the comments below if I didn't get to the question that you guys have. I did go on like my Instagram and I asked you guys to send me some questions. So I'm going to go ahead and do that after I explain just like the process of it, and then maybe I can get into the questions after. For me, getting my Lasik eye surgery, it was all paid for by my mom, so thank you, Mom, if you're watching this. I love you. And it's honestly such a great experience because I was your typical girl that would wear her glasses for everything. I couldn't see any of the street signs. Like, people would be like, hey, like, what street do I turn on? Or, hey, what is that street, like, coming up at the light, literally, like, 300 feet away, and I just couldn't see it. I would literally have to get, like, to the light in order for me to be able to, like, oh, this is this street, and, like, I'd be able to turn. And it was just, like, super bad. At school, too, I wouldn't be able to sit, like, at the back of the class, even though I really, really wanted to, because even with my glasses, I wouldn't really be able to see. So my vision was low-key really bad. We like considered, my mom has had LASIK, my brother has had LASIK, and then I was gonna get it like the following year. But when I went to go get my examination, like everything was good, I was ready to go, up until the point where I had to list like the medication that I take. I ended up going to the doctor, I listed my medication, and he was just like, oh, what? And I was just like, oh, like, you know, like I just started this like a week ago. And he was just like, I know you just saw the video, you're all prepped for everything, but we're gonna have to stop this until your health is better, and then we can go on with the surgery. And I was just like, oh okay, like, why? So he ended up explaining to me that if I would have gotten the surgery at that given moment, with me taking the steroid, my cornea would like melt. So at that point I was just like, no. I had to cry a little bit. It was a little sad just because I knew that I was so excited to get the surgery, and then for someone to just kind of like shut me down like that, it was just kind of like, whoa, okay. Looking out for me, which was amazing, you know, like he didn't want me to go blind forever. So he was just like, oh, okay, like come back once you're off the medicine. Give us a call back and then we'll go on with everything. So I was like, okay. So at this point I had already watched the videos. I already knew what was gonna happen. Like I already knew how they were gonna open my eye and everything. And I was just like, okay, you know, like that's totally fine.
Next, anesthetic drops are applied to numb your eye. The doctor creates an ultra-thin flap in the cornea using computer-controlled laser pulses, which pass through the top layers of the cornea to form microscopic. Then gently lift this flap and hinge it back out of the way. You'll be asked to fixate on a blinking fuzzy red light, and your doctor will precisely align the laser beam with your eye. When everything is just right, your doctor will activate the laser, a special medical sponge, and allow it to dry for a short time.
I would like you to be off prednisone minimum 6 months with no flare-ups.
Okay.
I know, it's disappointing you today. I'm so sorry. It's just, it does put you at slightly increased risk. And, you know, you're young. The last thing I want to do is do something that's going to make you worse. I mean, that would be terrible.
So basically in January of 2017, so this is January 20th of 2017, I go and get like your standard like optometrist checkup, but for like pre-op for the to get like a clearance on if I can get the LASIK or not. And so I went January 20th, and I'm over here like legit just like watching the videos on what they're gonna do. They had already like scanned my eyes, like checked everything to like check my vision and stuff. And then he's just like, because you're taking this like medication, which is prednisone, to help my immunity, and he was like, okay, like you have to be off of it for 6 months, and you have to make sure that you don't have any flare-ups. So at that point I was just like, oh my god, like I'm never gonna get this surgery, even though like I really, really want it, because I can't control the way my body feels. I can't control whether I get a flare up or not. I mean, I can sort of, like obviously stress has a lot to do with it, but at the same time, it's not something that I can control. Like if my body just wants to react to stress, it's gonna react to it. He was like, you know, it's gonna be okay. Like just wait 6 months and everything's gonna be fine. You just have to make sure that like your health is like way more important than your eyes right now. So I was like, okay, that's fine. May 25th, I went on back and they did a checkup. I was good. No flare-ups. I was already off the prednisone and it was perfectly fine. So I'm back again. Hopefully it all goes good. I'm scheduling it for June 23rd. So June 23rd, I wake up. I'm super excited to finally get to not throw my glasses away because I actually still have them. You know, to actually be excited for something. It's so different not wearing glasses. For one, you don't have to wear them in pictures. Two, you can actually see and you don't have to worry about, oh, like I'm not gonna have a good seat at the movie theater to like be able to see the movie, or now I can literally sit anywhere. I can drive, and it's just so amazing. And it's like the little things, like it really is. I know most people like go for like different cosmetic surgeries, and this was one that was definitely like much needed because it would cause migraine after migraine, and it's just so cool. I'm going to include a little bit of footage of the day of the surgery, and then I'll answer some questions. Okay guys, it's surgery day. I'm super excited. So I don't know if I'm nervous yet, but this is my fit. So I have an Adidas shirt, just some like workout pants, my dirty Vans, my glasses for the very last time. Kind of sad about it, but yeah, so let's go. Okay, so I've been home since about noon. I literally fell right asleep as soon as I got home because, and I'm still really loopy guys, but basically I got there and they gave me 2 pills to like calm down, and then they tested my vision. They ran all these tests, and then the doctor came in, explained the procedure and how like for like a quick second you kind of go blind. Honestly, I didn't experience that. I feel like, I don't know, it didn't hurt at all. If anything, it hurt more to just have like you stare into, sorry, I'm closing my eyes, stare into the red light. But other than that, like honestly, it was like the quickest thing ever. And then like once I came out, they gave me another pill, and it just made me super duper loopy. And then to top it off, I literally just came home and knocked out. And I'm very sensitive to the light right now. Like I had to go in the car and I had to put like a sweater over my face because I don't have sunglasses. And yeah, so basically I need to wear these goggles for the next 2 weeks while I sleep. And then under here I have like these protective shields, which I can take off by tomorrow when I go into the room again. And I don't know, right now it's just my vision's still a little blurry, but it's just because I just had the surgery a couple hours ago. So I'm hoping later on tonight or like even tomorrow, obviously they're going to test my vision, so I'm hoping it's better. But yeah, I'm really sorry I couldn't vlog. It's just I left my phone with my mom, and yeah, but I'll explain that once I'm not drugged up anymore. Did I turn it off?
Abby.
I opened my eye. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Do you guys see that car right there? She had her surgery yesterday, and my mom said that she came out super duper loopy. Like, she was all drugged up. I wasn't like that. One of the main questions was like, what was the process like once I was there? So I went super bright and early. There was actually a girl right before me, and then she came out, and then I was next. So as I'm waiting, I'm just chilling, literally just in the waiting room. They finally call my name. They check my, I believe they checked my eyes again. And then they take me into the room one last time. I think I read, or like I was like, you know, like when they cover your eye. So I was checking my vision again just to make sure I was okay. And then they gave me a pill. So I was awake throughout the entire surgery. So they just gave me a pill to just like, I guess, calm my nerves. I don't really know what it was. I think it was like a Valium. I don't really know what it was. I'm sorry. So they gave me a pill, and then I believe they put something in my, like some drops in my eyes. And then they like take me into the operation room. So I'm in there laying in a bed, and they give me a teddy bear to like hold on to. They're like, oh, here you go. Like, hold on to the teddy bear. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm in there, and literally my eyes are like this, just wide open. And they put like these little clamps in so that they can open up your eyes like that. And for like maybe like a split of a second, everything just goes like dark. Like it's just like, I mean, obviously so much darker than that. But that's literally like I don't even know how to explain it, but it did not hurt at all. Personally, for me, it didn't hurt. I also have like a really high pain tolerance, but it could have also been the fact that they gave me medication. But you are awake, and then you kind of like feel the heat, I don't know, like of the laser, and just laying there, and literally the surgery took like less than 2 minutes. It was like the quickest thing ever, because by the time it came out, I was like, oh, I'm done already? Like, okay. So when I came out again, they gave me another pill, and they're like, okay, here you go. Come back tomorrow so that we can check your eyes, and you're all set to go. Just go home and rest. I was like, okay, thank you so much for my eyes. Like, I love you guys, even though at that point I really, like, I couldn't tell if my vision was better. But I was like, thank you so, so much. And we left. I got in the car, and I basically slept like the remainder of the day, like here and there, because I was just, obviously, like the medicine just kind of like knocked me out. And then they said if I was experiencing any pain to like let them know. But honestly, I kind of wasn't. Out of the surgery, I had these two other like covers right here, and they were all taped to me. And then I had this one on top. For like the remainder of the days, I had to insert like these drops just to like kind of like rehydrate my eyes, because the second day that I went in for my like the day after the operation, I did tell him that I felt like my eyes were just like extremely dry, but that's honestly just me, and that's why I took so long to film this video, because I felt like my vision wasn't 100% just because my eyes are extremely dry. So another thing with that is you can't just wear any eye drops. You have to wear like specific ones. I use some that are actually just nighttime drops, and it's actually kind of like a gel, and they really hydrate my eyes. I don't really know the name of them though, but you can find them like at your Target. That's usually where I get them. They are pretty expensive, but you should never use like Vicine, or is that what it's called? Like just like the red eyes ones, you never want to use those. Those can actually like affect your LASIK. So did it hurt? No, absolutely it did not hurt. It hurt my heart because I couldn't wear makeup for like a good month or so, but that was basically it. I felt like it was just so fast that it did not hurt at all. How much was it? So the cost on LASIK really just depends on like your doctor and like your insurance. So my mom has like pretty good insurance, so it wasn't as expensive, but I would say save up a couple $1,000s, a little more than that, so you can get it done. So the surgery, I felt like the process for it was a lot longer than the actual surgery. Like I said, I honestly felt like I was in the operation room for like less than 10 minutes. Like it was probably like 2 minutes, and like I was out. How long after LASIK were you able to drive? You're actually able to drive the next day. I think so. I think you're allowed to be able to drive the next day, because you can return back to work and everything. I was just a little wuss, and I didn't want to return back to work because I was scared that something was gonna get in my eyes. I was just like very like cautious of my eyes. So I didn't do any of that, but you're allowed to return to work the very next day because there's literally like no damage to your eye. If anything, it's just like a little red, but it's not too like drastic. I remember you stated you saw blurry. How long did the blur vision last? So like I said, my eyes are extremely dry, so that has to do a lot with like how blurry I saw. So this really just depends on like the person that's getting the surgery. It wasn't even like my surgeon or anything. It really just has to do with you personally. So if your eyes are extremely dry, your blurriness is gonna like be like a come and go type of thing, because still till this day I do have blurry vision every so often, but I've heard that's actually kind of common because I know my brother has it, my mom has it, and a couple other people that I know that have gotten LASIK, they experience it as well. So if your eyes are like extremely dry, I would definitely recommend those gel like eye drops. Someone did ask me like how long did it take for me to wear makeup, and I was just really scared that, you know, like that my mom paid so much money that my vision was gonna go back to crap if I like started rubbing my eyes and stuff. So I did wait about a month or so to wear eye makeup. I took about like 2 weeks or so to wear like face makeup because I was invited to like an event, I think like right away, like right after my surgery. So that day I did do a full face of makeup without like any mascara or any eyeshadow. I just did highlighter and like a bold lip. Someone else asked me, how do I remove my makeup now that I have my surgery? So you have to be very cautious after you get this done, because you don't want to like hurt your eyes, and you like it's basically like a permanent lens on your eye. So you don't want to like misplace like the disc, I guess you could say. So you don't want to like tug on your eyes, and you don't want to rub them. Even like when I do my makeup now with like the beauty blender, I do it super lightly. I try not to tug on it so much. And then when it does come to removing my makeup, I do use like a Bioderma micellar water to gently like rub it all off. Someone asked me, would you recommend this or getting contacts? So I was not a contact person. I believe I literally have like a full-on pack of contacts in my drawer because I only got contacts for prom because I didn't want to wear my glasses to prom. But I definitely recommend the LASIK. It's just, you don't have to worry about your contacts drying. You don't have to worry about whether or not you forgot your glasses or not. And it's just like you wake up and it's just literally, even though picking up your glasses is not that hard, but finding them, it could be a mission. And then also contacts, it's just a pain in the ass to like make sure that they're hydrating. So I definitely recommend, I absolutely 100% believe that if you really want LASIK and you can afford it, or you know there's some way that you can get it done, I definitely recommend it. I just wanted to say a special thank you to my mom for letting this happen and, you know, letting me see the world without any hassle. And it's such a beautiful world out there. Like, do not take your eyes for granted. And to everyone that like took care of me after, my mom especially, Junior, thank you for feeding me and not complaining that I didn't wear makeup. And Sabrina, again, thank you for coming over and spending time with me. Really hope this information was helpful. I hope the video helped you guys. I hope like the little vlog inserts were helpful as well. And again, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below or hit me up on like any of my social media and I will reply. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad?